Don't forget to check us out on Patreon, where you'll receive exclusive content to videos that are not available on YouTube. And for those of you that like the one video instead of the 2 video format, you get that as well.
Bam.
For $1.
Bam.
It's $1 a month.
Yep. I think we're cooler than a bag of Cheetos.
You can't even get that for $1.
Hey, that's true. Not hot Cheetos, though. Only like regular Cheetos.
So check us out on Patreon, guys. We hope to see you there. What's up, YouTube? Your boys are back again. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
What's shaking, guys? Shout out to the Free Thinkers, man. Been a little while. Been a little while. Man, we had to get classic rock back in the rotation, though. Go ahead and finish the song.
No, we fuck with
Since I continue.
No, we fuck.
Okay.
We fuck with classic rock big time, man.
Love classic rock, like we always say, man. Classic
man.
rock just brings a different type of energy on the channel. People tend to like it in all genres. To be honest with you, every genre we do,
sir.
Those demographics tend to at least identify with classic, old school rock in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Journey is a band. Crazy big band. We read some of the stuff on Patreon. We did Separate Ways on Patreon. That won our poll on Patreon, which is a really cool video. But in that video, we were talking about just some of their feats, like just commercially and just the success. Album sold, 75 million albums sold worldwide. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee. Don't Stop Believing.
Love that song.
That was like, I think that charted again after 30 years after its initial release, which was 30 years ago, something like that. So, dude, this is a big band that we wanted to get to. And we've heard Don't Stop Believing. We've heard Open Arms and Any Way You Want It, right?
Any way you want it. That's the way you need it. Any way you want it.
Yeah, so don't request those. We wanted to do Will in the Sky because that came in second place on our poll. Like I said, we did Separate Ways already, which is on Patreon. Will in the Sky came in second place. A lot of metalheads, a lot of our rock heads were just saying that this is more of a better representation of Journey. We'll see.
Because this is earlier
Journey, right?
Yeah.
70s Journey,
78.
78?
Off the Infinity album.
And Separate Ways was, 83-ish?
Yes, it was like 83.
83.
But that sounded in the same vein of Don't Stop Believing, that type of sound to me.
Like the anthem, motivational anthem type songs.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to see what this is about, man. I'm curious to see, the differences between those two songs. So let's get into it. Journey, Will in the Sky. Okay. Got a little country vibe to it to me.
Winter is here again, oh Lord. Haven't been home in a year or more. I hope she holds on a little longer. Sent a letter on a long summer day. Made of silver, not of clay. Ooh, I've been running down this dusty road. Ooh, the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
I like that chord.
Yeah, it does sound like kind of southern rockish.
I've been trying.
Got a little bit of a southern country with at least the initial chords.
Yeah, to me, but
when
I feel
it
like
came-
it sounds funky though.
Yeah,
I think
it does.
That's what I love about the rock and southern rock in general, man. Because southern rock just seems like it's got a funk to it.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Little blues influence in there. You can hear a lot of little nuance in here from different genres. A little bit of inspiration, I would say. But initially, those first few chords, man, felt like just country southern rockish to me.
Yeah.
And then it got into like sort of a bluesy, funky groove, I think, as well. And I really like that chorus too.
Yeah, wheels in the sky keep on turning.
I said,
ba-da-dum-bow. That's what I wish was there.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's just, what I'm saying, just a little bit of flair right there with that guitar. You know what I'm saying? To mimic the kind of
Excuse me, Journey, 75 million albums sold. If you would have added the that would have made it crazy.
Yeah, just a little bit of flair right there,
I could just either like security, get him out of here.
Exactly.
All right, let's get back to it, guys. kind of starting to hear that.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right there in that little sort of silent pocket, right?
You know,
there,
just give it a
let out.
Yeah, just give it a little, you know. I think that would work, man. I think that would work. You know what I'm
Journey,
saying?
why don't you just implement that in your live performance? How about that? You know, I ain't even gonna ask for nothing for it, man. Just do it for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to it. I do like the singer's voice as well. I don't know if this is the same singer though. I mean, I got to do some research here on this one because I know Steve Perry has like a lot of people on Patreon were saying he's like one of the top rock vocalists ever. So I don't know if this is the same guy. It sounds like a different person. Maybe we'll do some research after the video to see who's singing. But he sounds great as well.
Great, though.
If it's not Steve Perry, which I don't think it is. But I'm listening to this and I'm listening to I'm kind of playing separate ways in my head as well. And I got something to talk about. Man. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Let's keep it going though. Really digging this though, man. This is cool.
Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
It goes back to solid.
For tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Oh, I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps me yearning. Oh, I don't know. Oh, wheel in the sky
I really like that
keeps
chorus.
on turning. Oh, I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Oh, I don't know.
It is different, though.
Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Oh, the wheel in the sky keeps turning. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
Okay. Yeah, that was fly though.
It was.
Is that playlist?
You know what, man? It's cool, dude. I like it.
I really like that chorus.
I just, like I said, man, I really wish it had a little bit more guitar flair in there, man, to bring that. I like the melody of the chorus.
Yeah.
That wheels in the sky keeps on turning. But, you know, it's got to have a bump, bum, bum, bum.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or something just to give it, yeah, or something, you know, to give it a little, you know. But it's a good song, though. I can't.
What if the vocalist added something in there as well? The wheels in the sky keep on turning. Yeah, baby.
No. It's got to be.
It's gotta be
It's got to be instrument.
Okay.
It's got to be an instrument. Like I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just. That's just the way I hear it, guys. I think that would have just a little bit more flair. You know.
I don't think there's anything wrong with the song. I think it's just
Yeah.
it's a groovy 70s song. I liked his voice. I thought that his voice was really good. I'm kind of let's look up to see if this is the same person though, man.
And while you're doing that, man,
I think that's Steve Perry.
I just feel like this song here, man, is for people that like the essence of Southern rock. I think if you like that and you don't really like the poppy Separate Ways sound or Don't Stop Believing, I think that has a real poppy vibe to it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think if you don't like that, I think it's easy to dismiss those songs and be like, no, I just like the older sound of Journey. And maybe this is the sound that Journey started off with.
Yep.
Maybe they started in the 70s, I don't know.
Yep.
And maybe that's what they wanted to accomplish, started to evolve in that, you know, poppy type of, more of a commercial type of sound, which I love. Don't Stop Believing. I love that song.
I'm glad you brought that up, man, because you know I'm listening to this song, and it's just I think that's why I look at music as so subjective, man. It's such an extreme subjectivity involved with music, because I understand completely why this song has this sort of people on our Patreon saying, this is a little bit more timeless, and they can take it more serious. And I'm thinking about my reaction to the Separate Ways song we did, which is really really fun and interesting. And I'm thinking like, I just think that when people hear certain instruments, that synth, the synthy, like I guess obnoxious keyboards of the 80s, right? They just hear these sounds and they're like, dated.
They're like, you just write it
dated,
off.
cheesy, right?
Yeah.
I could be playing these specific keys, these instruments, at a very high level, but because the sound of them, it just does not.
I get it.
It just does not translate well over time.
I think we're all guilty of doing that, though.
Yep.
Just writing things off prematurely.
I did it in that video. I wrote the shit off like, oh, this is just 80s cheese. But I was really honing in on what was happening in the music.
Yep.
And I really started to appreciate what they were able to do, even with that 80s ear candy sort of vibe. And I'm thinking about that song and I'm thinking about this song. And I'm like, well, I think that they did actually a lot more musically in Separate Ways. I know that's going to be an unpopular opinion. And I think the groove of this is just a very smooth rock, just groovy. It's just a groovy rock, bluesy, kind of like a bluesy tone in this as well. So I get why, just on a sort of pure respect level, for like the purists would appreciate this more. But objectively, if I'm stepping back, I think they did more. I think they did more than Separate Ways. I'm not saying that's better, but I just appreciate their versatility. Them being able to do something like this. And then do a stadium rock song. A lot of bands can't do that.
That's
a
true.
lot of artists can't.
I'm telling you.
They stay in one pocket and they stick to that. They stick to whatever that formula is that works for them. And they haven't shown or been able to exhibit the ability to be versatile. So I think to be able to make Don't Stop Believing, but then to make something smooth and groovy, more to the pure to the, I think the rock, pure to the rock sound like this, I think is a testament to their greatness, man. I agree so I know that's going to be an unpopular opinion, but I do think that Separate Ways was a more interesting listen. Even though it had its cheese, I think musically, I think the solo in that was a little bit more nuanced. I think some of the powerful drumming in that, even some of the work they did with the keys was more nuanced.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying that you have to like that better. I'm just saying objectively take a step back and say, okay, I understand I don't like the sound of the keys, but at what level were they playing this? How were they executing this? You know what I'm saying? How nuanced was the playing? And I do feel like it was more in that. So with that being said, I think it's just a cool, good 70s rock song.
So was it the same singer?
I think it's Robert Fleischman that sung in this one.
Okay.
He sounded different. I could be wrong. Let me see. All the time of the song's composition, the band had decided to follow a new direction to an edgier sound and began recording simple hard rock pieces with new lead vocalist Fleischman. He was replaced by Steve Perry once work on Infinity began in earnest. The song had started as a poem. So I think this is Robert Fleischman, and then eventually he was replaced by Steve Perry, who we heard, I believe, on Separate Ways. Let us know if we're wrong. You know what I mean? I could be reading that the wrong way. But either way, both vocalists did
they
their thing.
sound great, man. Maybe when they changed to Steve Perry, maybe that was just a different sound. Like, well, you know what? We could take this a different direction. Give us some feedback on that, guys. Maybe that's one of the changes, one of the reasons why they made that change. I don't know.
I'm not an artist, Ryan, but all I could say is, to be able to rock a stadium and have them saying, "Don't stop believing," it just 100, like what is it? I don't know, 50,000 people or whatever the case may be, rocking and pumping their fists. I get it. I get why you would want to go that route. I couldn't imagine how that feels to be an artist to have a song like that resonate.
Man, they put it in movies.
Everywhere.
I mean, everywhere. That you would be hard pressed to find anyone on this planet that doesn't know that song.
Those anthems have a place, and I think people just write those off because not everything needs to be, this sort of artistic, eclectic piece of work. It's okay to have a cool song, to have fun with it, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I think both can be timeless, actually, in their own ways. You know what I mean? So that's why
I can see this song being rocked in the crowd too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
This too.
Wheels in the sky keep on turning. I can see them like just playing and like not singing, and everybody in the crowd just wheels in the sky, and he'd be like boom boom boom.
Yep. That chorus. Add that in there.
I had to put that in there. You know what I'm saying?
And then he takes my advice.
Yeah.
But this strikes me as a song that if it were played or incorporated in the rotation, I think that people would be pleasantly surprised. But I don't know if they would expect this to be played. This is that type of song, like, oh, you gonna play this? Like the B-sides, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're playing this one? Like, it works because people, it's sort of a core fan
Yes.
favorite, but not necessarily something that they would always
That was
throw in the
super
rotation.
like popular and
Outta
super
here,
mainstream.
you know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So anyways, that's kind of where we're at.
Yes, sir.
Playlist is on the cusp. I'm gonna listen to it again off camera. It's just right there. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't
It's
know
cool.
if it's
Yeah.
moving me to the point where I think I'm gonna listen to it all the time. But I do love that chorus, so I'm gonna listen to it again. We'll see. That's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, we are now offering exclusive access to our content. The link for that will be in the description on Patreon. I'm George. That's Ryan. Las
Las
Vegas.
Vegas. We out.
We out.